Hello everyone, it's Valerie from Shalebrook Handcrafted Soap in Mosel River, Nova Scotia. It's been a long time and I'll probably mess this up a bit, but Happy New Year. May God bless you this coming year with success not only in your business and soap making, but in your walk with the Lord. And if you don't know the Lord, there's either two paths. You're either walking away from Him or you're walking to Him. And don't miss out on the best part of the life here and the life to come. The soap that I plan on making today is a new formula for me. I'm looking at doing 50% lard in this recipe to check it out. You should probably always try it first before you do a video. And I'm going to do a little bit of a different design in it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm not going to show you how I make the soap. It's going to be a high temperature hot process. But what I'm going to do is bring you back when I'm going to design it. So I'm going to cook the soap, and then I'll bring you back, and it's going to be an all-natural soap. So I'm using almond extract, rosewood essential oil, orange essential oil, patchouli essential oil, and benzoin. And then I'm going to color it with cocoa and activated charcoal, pink clay, a red clay with some rhubarb powder, some spinach and parsley, and some yellow clay. And did I say pink clay? Not sure. Yeah, okay. My husband's moving his head, even though his eyesight isn't great. He's instructing me how to do this video. So pink clay, and then I'm going to do Moroccan red clay and some rhubarb mixed together. I think that's everything. I'll let you know when we get around to it. And so what I'll be doing with that would be layering of the different colors in a container. And then I'm going to pour it in a 2-pound mold, because it's a 2-pound soap. And I'm going to do what I would think looks like rosebuds. And so I'm going to show you how I design that. I will be posting the formula underneath this video. So if you want to see the formula, you just have to click on Show More. That little text that says Show More. One other thing I wanted to say, I'm trying to get away from using so much plastic, so much saran wrap and stuff, plastic wrap. So this video, I'm not going to be covering my crock pot with plastic wrap. I'm going to do it like I used to do it in the very beginning and just throw a dish towel over it. But you'll have to keep a way better eye on it because of volcanoing. And the other thing I wanted to say was a really wonderful lady, her name was Laura Elliott, sent me these little, they look like shower caps. You can get them in different sizes, but they're reusable. So I'm going to put those over my cups, and just trying to get away from throwing so much plastic away. Okay, so I'm thinking that's about it. I'm going to leave you for now, and then I'm going to make the soap, and I'm going to bring you back when I am ready to design it. Okay, well, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the video, and maybe there's something in it that can be beneficial or help you out along your soaping journey. And remember, if your design doesn't look good, the most important thing about making homemade soap is to make the soap good for skin, so that it doesn't make your skin itch or dry it out or things like that. So you want low cleansing, high conditioning, and of course that would depend on your water and your skin type as well. So we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. So I just brought you back. The soap is just setting. I'm going to get ready to pour it, and as you can see, I covered that over with a dish towel just to keep it a bit warm. And I'm going to finish adding my coconut milk and yogurt and sodium lactate and the essential oils, the almond extract. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divvy up the colors. So in these little glasses here, I'm going to put activated charcoal in one, and I'm going to put spinach and parsley in one, Moroccan red clay and rhubarb in one. In these two right here, there'll be a little bit more. I'm going to put in pink clay and cocoa to make a light brown and a light pink. And in whatever's left. I'm hoping I can divvy it up. I think this might be too big, so I might end up putting this in actually a smaller container. But in this one will be yellow clay. And my yellow clay actually is not yellow. My yellow clay is more of like a kaolin with a gray in it. It's pretty disappointing actually. I don't know if you can see that or not. So it's not really yellow, but I'm going to put that in as part of the base for the color. Once that's done, and the reason why I'm out of the picture is because I have all of those in little cups around hot water. Once these are done, I'm going to dump out this hot water in this cup, and I will do some yellow, some black, some pink, some brown, some more yellow, and I think I'm going to use green, red, green, and yellow, and then I'll do the brown, pink, and black and yellow. And when I get that done, I'm going to use that and I'm going to pour it in little rosebud type of hills inside the mold, and I'll do that continually. I'm using a little cup because throughout that design I will keep these cups covered, and I'll just keep doing it until I get to the top. I'll keep filling up this little pitcher with the containers I have here of soap, and I'll just keep putting that on my mold. Once that's done, I'm going to put that soap to bed, and when I take it out to cut it, I'll bring it back and videotape it, and you'll see how I cut it to see what kind of design I'm going to get. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put right here, I don't know, is that in the camera? Yeah, you can barely see that, but right here I'm going to have a big frying pan of hot water to keep the soaps in, and hopefully where it's hot process, that will keep them a bit more heated and more manageable to do this design. Okay, thank you again, and we'll be back in just a sec. Hi, so here we go. Don't have a clue how this is going to work, but I got my colors ready, and hopefully I have them in the right order. And I think because I'm going to have to pour because it's hot process, I think that those plastic covers, they did their job for now, and it's going to end up just being taken off. So I'm just going to bring everything out and take the covers off, because that's good now. So I'm going to have to work pretty fast here, I think. And I will keep those in there. So I have a little fine warm water spray mist as well. Now here's my plan to do. So first it's going to be some of that color, which is the yellow clay, which is what I have the most of. And I'm going to do black, pink, do a bit more. It's pretty fluid, this recipe. I think that could be from the extract, maybe, I don't know. This is the cocoa. It's actually darker than I wanted it. And then I'm going to do the yellow again. And then the green. And this pan has hot water in it. And then I'm going to do what I hope is going to be kind of a dark red, I guess. Trying to be symmetrical about how I put these in. Now what I'm going to do while I'm pouring that soap is I'm just going to give this each just a spray on top and keep that wet. And instead of covering them all back up again, I'm just going to lay a dishcloth across the top, help keep that moisture in. Now what I'm going to do here is, yeah, okay, you can see it, is I'm just going to pour it slowly, just up and down the mold like that until I get rid of this cup. Wow, that's some fluid. And I'll just try to pour in a different spot as I go up. Now I'm not going to worry too much about if that gets dry and hard, but I am just going to give that a little spray. So this is what I'm going to continue doing. And I will do one more so that you can see how I'm going to do this. And I'll shut that camera off when I get the second one done, and then I'll bring you back at the very end. Actually, it's pretty messy for a hot process. But this has been on my mind to try this, just to see what it would look like, so. All natural colors, all natural scent in there. So once again, I'm just going to give those a little quick spray. That adds very minimal water to those. And then once again, I think I'll start up here. I'll just pour it. No clue how this is going to turn out. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back when I show you them at the top. Hi, so I finished doing the pour and it was getting extremely thick at the end. And I didn't want to waste all of that soap in a puck. I wanted it to come to the top of the mold, so I had a little bit left in each one, and I put about a half teaspoon of water in there and heated it in the microwave, which what that does is it makes the soap just like it's coming out of the crock pot pouring. And but that was too much water, and as you can see, the top of that is really liquidy. I'm not worried about that because it's just like less than 1/8 of an inch on the top, and that's going to dry out real quick. So I'm just going to let that sit there, and once that's solidified, the top solidifies enough, I'm going to put that in my freezer for a few hours, and then I'm going to bring it up, put it in the fridge for an hour, and then I'm going to cut it. And when I'm cutting it, I'll definitely have the camera on, and you can see how I cut this to look at that design in the middle. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. So the soap is out of the freezer and into the fridge, and out of the fridge, and it's set overnight, and it was late, so now it's the next morning and we're going to cut this. So this is what it looks like. I'm extremely pleased with how it looks on the outside. Maybe I'll just see if I can put that up a bit closer so you can see the different colors in that. Pretty pleased with that. I think the next time that I did do this, I would do probably less colors. And And the other thing that happened was you have to be careful because the hot process soap can go cool pretty quickly. So how I'm going to cut this is an 8-inch 2-pound log, and I'm going to divide it into 3. Once that's divided into 3, instead of cutting it down through like you normally would cut your logs, I'm going to cut it that way. So first I'm going to do is, I've already measured it, and I'm going to, this is my single cutter, but I'm just going to cut those in what I've measured it. I used to cut these actually by hand, and it was not a good thing. I don't know if you can see there or not. Okay, so we're going to cut those. That's what the cut looks like, cut that way. Just got to get a Kleenex to wipe that off. And the smell is actually quite unique. I like it. The only thing I would do different the next time is leave out the neroli and the orange, I think. Pink clay, just a touch of it is quite pretty. That's how it looks that way. You can cut these however you like. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to, because I know that those are 3 inches, I'm going to, so normally you would cut that down that way to get your soaps, 1-inch soaps if you were going to do it, cutter. But I'm going to cut that down through the middle. You could also cut it that way, but I'm going to cut it in half. Pretty sure those are 1.5 because it's 3 inches across. Right. So I'm going to cut that at 1.5. And I will put the formula up for this. I'm incredibly impressed with that formula. It's very creamy, lovely, gorgeous lather on that. Hoping I can see that mark I made. Quite lovely. what I'll do is I'll just let those set for a day, and when I upload this video, I'll upload some pictures of them as well. Not sure what to call the name of this. I was thinking I would call it Rosebud, the Rosebud pour, but not Rosebud the flower, but Rosebud the candy. Yeah, quite an interesting design actually on the side too. Okay, so that is my 50% lard soap with all natural colorants, and I will post the formula along with the video and some pictures of that cut. So thank you for joining me, and take care, and see you the next time.